Welcome to your Edozzier tutorial. I'll be taking you through the academics module now. At the academics module, the first thing you do, this is where you set up the academic structure of your school. And you go to setup to do that. And here at the setup, you have to, sometimes when you are trying to click, if there is a network issue, you can just use Ctrl Shift and R, that is the first refresh, to bring back your page. So I did that now, and I'm going to the setup. So I taught you about setting up a branch. When you want to set up a branch, if you run a multiple branch schools, you can create a new branch here. You give the name of the branch, let's say Lagos, then it's from here you see the list of staff that are already enrolled on your system. Then you can assign an head teacher to the branch. The next thing is to create categories, class categories. Now we assume this system has a preloaded class category for primary and secondary. So you create all the kind of class category that is available here, and if you need to edit any, you edit. So here we have nursery, primary, junior, secondary school, then we have science, arts, commercial. Now for the science, arts, commercial, that is how you categorize the senior secondary school arm. So you wouldn't use senior secondary. This helps you to distinguish the kind of class categories within the SS, the senior secondary school structure. So the next is to create classes. You have to create a class per each of the class categories. For GSS, you have GSS 1 to 3. For nursery, you may have as many as you want, and primary here. So you use this plus button to create a new class as you would need it. The next thing is to create your class arms. Now the class arms are the arms that each class have. For example, GSS 1 may have A, B, C, D section, and as much as possible. Some other school uses names. For example, for this GSS 2, we have DSS 2 Diamond, GSS 2 Ruby. So if you need to edit the preloaded, you can always just do here. And the ranking is to say that, okay, this is the first one, the second one, such that if students have been admitted into A, it understands that the next place the student should be admitted should be the second hand, which is B, and in that order. You can also add a new arm here or delete an existing arm if you don't want it. And the next thing is to create a class detail. Now the class detail is when you give a detail to a particular class. So from the classes you have created, it's going to list them out. Here you can assign a class teacher to a particular class. It's going to list from the teachers that are available on the system. You can add a class teacher. You can also use you can also create a new one here. You can create a new class, give the name of the class, put the category, then you add the arm if it is GSS1 Gold or GSS1 Ruby or GSS1 Sapphire. You can put the maximum number that you want the class to take. This helps the admission engine to not admit more than necessary to a particular class as defined by when you are setting up your class. And then I hope you've been able to get it to this point. In the next tutorial, I'll take you through setting up the other parts of the system. See you in the next tutorial.